Hello again. It's good to be here. Good to have you on the other side viewing us at this time on this brand new edition of ONIF TV Highlights, where we bring you top stories, hugging headlines across the world. My name is Damilola Raphael. We sincerely do appreciate your interactions with us at the previous editions of the program, and we super look forward to more amazing moments with you. Now, let us start to dig into the stuff we have for you at this time, and we'll start with this one in the court. And well, that seems like some people have been docked. A witness, Inspector Abama Malum, on Thursday told the Federal Capital Territory High Court that he heard Senator Dino Melaye shouting that he would kill himself and put the police in trouble. Malum, a driver with the RJP Special Tactical Squad, said that he overheard Melaye make the threat while attempting to escape from the police custody. He made the allegation while testifying in the ongoing trial of Melaye on charges of attempted suicide, attempts to escape from custody, and damage to police property filed against him by the police. The singing senator, as it were, and well, someone testifying against him. Now, in the meantime, National Assembly has passed the amendment to the National Holiday Act to move Nigeria's Democracy Day from May 29 to June 12. The Senate at the plenary on Thursday passed the amendments in concurrence with the House of Representatives, which approved the new date earlier in December 2018. The legislation is now billed for transmission to President Muhammadu Buhari for assent. Buhari had in June 2018 declared that the Democracy Day would henceforth hold on June 12 of every year. Now, Mr. President said that he's going to be congratulating himself. So should we say transition or the next level, promotion? Okay, so for the promotion to the next level, the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, has said that it's still going to hold for this year on May 29, and it's going to be low-key. We're yet to see the budget for the low-key events though. But still in the National Assembly now, the Senate has confirmed Godwin Emefiele as governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria for a second term of 5 years. This follows the adoption of the report of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance, and Other Financial Institutions presented by Senator Rafiu Adebayo during Thursday's plenary. In his remarks, the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, urged the CBN governor to use his second term to improve Nigeria's economy. It is the first time since 1999, when Nigeria returned to democracy, that anyone would be nominated to serve 2 terms as CBN governor. Well, so far, we've not gotten reactions from the PDP with regards this particular news story, because if it was that they said of course they would have come, we know we'll agree, everybody will be carrying placard, but some level of should we say just being objective with the fact that he was actually appointed by a PDP president, that's talking about Goodluck Jonathan, and he was retained by President Muhammadu Buhari, and now he's been he's going on a second term, and this is the first time it is happening. If your name is going to be in the records, let it be in the records for all of the right reasons. Well, we'll move on now. The Comptroller General, Nigeria Customs Service, Colonel Hamid Ali, retired, has appealed to Nigerians to stop eating foreign rice because it is poisonous. Ali, who stated this on Thursday in Abuja at a news conference organized by the Ministry of Finance, said the federal government had not issued license for importation of rice, and that any rice seen on the streets that was not produced in Nigeria was smuggled. He said that the imported rice was poisonous because before coming into the country, it must have spent a minimum of 5 years in the silos. 5 years in the silos before getting to Nigeria, and then coupled with the number of days or weeks, the period it spends in the shops, and then spends in your own store, and then spends in your kitchen, and some people who can still leave it in the refrigerator for a very long time before they now consume the totality of it. But the question is, if it is not licensed, how is it making its way into the country? That's the million naira question to really be asked. That's the query we should be making at this time. So let us begin to buy the naira, buy Naija rather, to grow the naira, as it were. Moving on now to this particular story, the transmission company of Nigeria has said Nigeria supplies about 80% of the total quantum of electricity consumed in the Republic of Benin, but power is more stable in the neighboring country than it is in Nigeria. Now, aside from the Republic of Benin, Nigeria through the TCN supplies power to the Republics of Niger and Chad, and the countries are classified as international customers in the Nigerian power sector. And while some of these countries get stable electricity than their major supplier of power, the managing director, TCN Usman Mohammed, explained that their electricity distribution networks were better, adding that power distributors in Nigeria should visit these countries to learn. The suppliers should visit the supplied to learn. Amazing. I thought it was charity begins at home. Isn't that the quote? Moving to Ekiti State, the government has declared as null and void the appointment of over 2,000 workers employed into the state workforce by former Governor Ayodele Fayose after the July 2018 Ekiti governorship election. A Commissioner for Information, Muyiwa Olumilua, who said the state government decision, which sacks the workers, followed submission of the report of the committee set up by the state government to review the irregular appointments made into the public service between 2014 and 2018. The over 2,000 workers were employed after Fayose's People's Democratic Party lost the governorship election to the All Progressives Congress. Fayose's spokesperson Larry Olayinka said in a statement that Fayemi had only succeeded in writing his name in the history books of Ekiti as one who inflicts pain and sorrow on the people. You remember that training video? I'm not going to talk about it, but someone has been said to me, inflicting the pain on the people of Ekiti. I mean, it was just too obvious. You lost an election and you gave people jobs. I like it when people fail. I mean, it's just like when people fail and then, I don't know, you just throw a party, so to speak, and 2,000. Now, very quickly, let's go to their neighbor, Ondo State. Maybe those 1,000 people should just relocate, and go and naturalize in Ondo State, because those ones said that, well, the federal government should just grant them permission, as it were, to start growing cannabis. I mean, just growing, medical cannabis. You plant and then you export. It's just for export commodity, just export purposes. I'm just saying, but seriously, 2,000 people losing their jobs in Ekiti State, and then the entire modalities around it, not so palatable for those experiencing it at this time. Meanwhile, let's move on to this one coming from INEC. At this time, the Independent National Electoral Commission has rescheduled the governorship elections in Bayelsa and Kogi States, early fixed for November 2 by 2 weeks. The commission, which has scheduled the elections for Saturday, November 16, 2019, said the timelines for all other activities leading to the elections have also been adjusted to align with the new date. INEC says the decision was taken after demands for an adjustment in the governorship polls date on the fact that the day clashed with Bayelsa State's yearly Thanksgiving service, which had been backed by law. How amazing. Bayelsa State has a Thanksgiving day or Thanksgiving service, as it were. I really do think as a nation we also should have a Thanksgiving service, only that it's like, is it going to be a public holiday? Is it going to be on the weekend? That's one of the issues we need to be looking into. Then which day of the year is this going to be? Because now moving from May 29th to June 12th, that's for Democracy Day. Should we just fix it for a normal day, like a day where we already have holiday, maybe like our Oktoberfest, yes, Independence Anniversary Celebration deal? You know, but it's good. But I can be very considerate sometimes. Meanwhile, still talking about the Independent and National Electoral Commission. On Wednesday now, they've said only 62 women out of the 2,970 who contested for different political offices in the 2019 general elections were elected. 62 out of 2,970. Please get my calculator busy there. I need to know what percentage this is. The Commission expressed disappointment over the low participation of Nigerian women in politics, describing it as constraints on growth and poverty reduction. Chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, represented by the head Gender Division, Blessing Obidiego, raised the concern while delivering his goodwill message at the annual convention of the Nigerian League of Women Voters in Abuja. I mean, even right here in Africa, we have nations that have, you know, a lot of women coming up in different political positions. Let's even start with our own country here, for example. Let's start with the federal level. How many women do we have holding political positions? 62 out of 2,000. You said that's what? 0.00? Oh my God. What? Percent? 62. You have not tried. Moving on, no fewer than 5,000 Muslims on Thursday prayed for the release of an abducted Dutch schoolgirl, Leah Sharibo. A statement by the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, Lagos State branch, stated that the program tagged Iftar 5,000 also addressed increasing cases of kidnapping and an end to terrorism in the country. The Muslims utilized the blessings of the month of Ramadan to beseech God's mercy of Nigeria, and to all the prayers that has been said, the prayers being said currently, and the prayers that will be said in the future. I say Amen, Amen, Amen to all of these prayers. Even in Osun State, members of the ASU in OAU, to be precise, OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, have said they would embark on industrial action if the spate of kidnappings do not rescind. And you know, this is not looked into by security agencies. Let's talk about this one now. Charity on foreign soil. A Nigerian-born teenager, Tobenchukwu Phillips, has shattered the 125 years academic history of her high school in Texas, United States. Phillips, a student of Alvin High School, boasted a 6.9 GPA after she earned A's throughout her stay in the school. She marked the first black valedictorian in the school's history. Alvin High School was originally established in 1894, and African-American students were allowed to join the school in 1965 after Nigeria's independence 5 years later. Now, Phillips will attend a nursing school at the University of Texas on full scholarship later in the year. Her plan is to one day own her own clinic as a pediatric nurse practitioner. What a dream! What a dream, and what a life. You know, I've seen reactions to this on social media as someone says this is just about, you know, being prepared and opportunity, meeting, preparation. You too can actually break the jinx right there where you are. You can do it. It is in you. You were born to win, and definitely just go ahead and win. Win on foreign soil, win on home soil too, win on home soil. And this one, the government of South Sudan, moving on to the foreign scene now, says it has sacked 40 of its overseas diplomats after they failed to show up for work. In a memo, the South Sudanese Foreign Ministry said they had been on unauthorized leave for months or even years. It said that after fruitless attempts to contact and persuade them to return to work in the capital, Juba, it had no option but to fire them. One of the questions coming up is, were they paid for all of these unauthorized leave they embarked on? Or was it because they were just like, okay, since we have not been paid, we'll stay off and show you people that you must pay us? Well, we've not gotten feedback so far, as of the time of finding this report, from the sacked personnel, 40 of them. Wow. And very quickly, let's delve into sports. The Nigeria Football Federation on Thursday in Abuja said Christian Chukwu, a former captain of the Old Green Eagles, has arrived in the UK for medical treatment. NFF's Director of Communications, Ademola Olajire, said in a statement that the former Super Eagles chief coach arrived in London in company of his wife, Lillian Nkeruka. The NFF spokesman said Amaju Pinnick, the Federation's president, has arranged for an appointment for the Nigerian legend with a renowned cardiologist in London. Okay, so he went to the same place Mr. President used to be visiting. It's good. Now let's talk entertainment. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has filed 11 charges bordering on fraud against upcoming musician Aziz Fashola, aka MARLEY, for alleged credit card fraud. The musician effectively reached 7 years in jail if found guilty. The artist has been immersed in controversy in the last 1 month following his decision to openly support online fraud, commonly called Yahoo. Okay, let me say it in Nigerian tongue. Yahoo. NAIRA Marley was arrested last Friday along with 4 others, including singers Latan and Bile, but the others were released. Now, when it comes to credit card fraud and 4 Nigerian artists on home soil now, this is a very major one. We had Dami Crane then, if you remember the story, on foreign soil. And should we say that our security operatives are waking up with regards to their work, or is it because the guy went online and somebody just got angry? We also heard reports in Ibadan guys are not smiling. They said they unleashed dog, but the guys were professional EFCC people. They held the dog, and they were able to apprehend about 11 of them in Ibadan. Well, these are the top stories we have selected for your listening and viewing pleasure. Of course, do drop your comments. Alright, I will be glad to interact with you. Wrapping up, is it go? Is it go? Is it go? Is it go? My name is Sen Dino Melaye. I'll see you next time.